If you like this video, please click like, share it, subscribe, buttons down there. And if you want coaching with me in Nottingham or online, all the information is in the bio. How you doing? So stance, a lot of talks about this when it's really quite a minor thing. It really does amaze me how much time people spend on it. About you got to do this boxer's stance, you've got shooter's stance. And if you want to look back at my videos, I clear the line up with a different stance on every shot. So it shows you that it's not really your feet that you need to be worried about, unless you've got eyes in your feet. If you've got eyes in your feet, maybe worth using them, but if you haven't, don't worry about it. But we've all got a setup and a stance, and this is a little trick you can do to try and show you where your feet are going to land, and then just crack on. Check it out. Right, stance. So there's a lot of stuff out there about stance, and the amount of people that think they're missing because of the stance amazes me. It really does. I mean, I'll get emails saying, "Oh, yeah, I've been playing for so long, blah blah blah, but I really need to sort my stance out." And again, I've coached over 600 people now. I've got little notes on everyone, and not one person is missing because of the stance. But again, like I say, the amount of people spending all the time on it, and they're actually going and getting coached, and they're spending an hour on just finding a stance. I promise you that's not why you're missing. It really isn't. It really isn't. But we've all got a stance. We've all got a setup, basically. So, you know, how do we find that stance? How do we choose that stance? Well, this is a little thing here we can do that will basically find a place where your feet are going to land. Now, remember, this is dead square to the table. You're not always going to have the same stance, because obviously you could be like that, stretching a little bit, or having to get your leg over, so you can't have the same stance anyway. So you can find this perfect stance, and it's never going to work for you every time, because you just can't do it all the time. But you've got to set up. So this is how we do it. So if we set up, if I get on this dead straight pot, I'm going to set up to pot it, find the middle of the white. Right, if I do that, get behind it properly, and then when I think I'm there, look down, look, the white's, the cue's in the middle of the middle pocket. So I'm set up right, I've got my chin and chest on, because that's what we need to do. So if I'm set up there and I'm comfortable, I can look down, and that's my stance. That's just comfortable. So you're trying to find something that, if you got down your shot, you can stay there forever. If there's anything sort of pulling or not comfortable, you don't feel like you stay there for ages, then you probably need to tweak it. So there's loads of different methods. You've got to put your right foot on the line, apparently. Well, put your right foot on the line, you're not looking where you're sending it. So that's no good, is it? Because your attention's not on the green bit. Magic alignment tools where you've got to swing your foot in, I don't know what that is. People using the pouch, no good. You need to be looking where you're sending it. I can't make that point enough, right? If you're not looking where you need to hit and where you're sending it, that's no good. So any attention around here is not going to help you. But like I say, we're going to have get behind, look where I'm sending it. And you can do this. Set yourself up perfectly. Yeah, that's good. My chin and chest's on. Then you can have a little fiddle around and go, well, is that all right? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Is that all right? Oh, no, that's a bit uncomfortable. And go, okay, that's really comfortable there. My cue's in the line, I'm set up, I can see down the shot and look down, and that's my stance. And, you know, look, does it matter where your feet land? Because, look, I'm set up perfectly there. Look, if you stood like that, which is quite unorthodox, but why is that a problem? There's no rules, right? And if you can keep setting up perfectly and hitting it like a dream, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, it's bizarre that people feel like they're pigeonholed into this stance. And if you look at the tour, they've all got different stances. My mate Barry Hawkins, he's a left-hander, so he should have his left foot on the line, shouldn't he? Well, his left foot's not on the line of the shot. And is he doing it wrong? He's not doing it wrong, is he? It's not bad. So, you know, here's another example of a professional that doesn't do it right. Well, he does do it right because it doesn't matter, basically. So please, 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 bring your attention away from me stance. Keep it on here and use this, like I say, get it straight. check those points, chin and chest, that's comfortable. And look, my feet keep landing in the same places because that's comfortable for me. And then just crack on, keep playing, cute like a dream. We're gonna top it now, this is harder. Is it my stance? So there you go, you don't really have to worry about too much. You've got to learn what that setup, getting that cue on your chin and chest, how it feels, is the cue pointing where you're looking, and then that should be your main focus, is where you're sending the cue ball and the object ball. You need to be looking down that line, and you're using your chin and chest to keep your cue on that line, and then just hitting it, and you're then letting your feet land where they're going to land. Because a lot of the pros do it wrong when it's obvious that they're not doing it wrong. Have a little play around with it, find something that you're comfortable with, and then you can just play. See you soon.